Hey guys, it's TF Note. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing another action figure review. This is going to be of NECA's The Thing Ultimate MacReady Outpost 31 version. Very excited that we are getting The Thing figures. I really like this horror movie and I hope we get some more creatures and some survivors in the future. Right now this is first to market for Target. I have no idea when it's coming to other retailers, but it will soon. But right now Target gets it first. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk about the packaging. When we get to it's pretty much the movie poster on the front. It says the Ultimate and Alien Terror right there. You get the creature on the front, just like the poster. Then we get to the bottom half here. It does say The Thing Ultimate MacReady Outpost 31. I have no idea if we're going to get other versions of MacReady. That's why I said in the beginning. Just that little subtitle makes me think that. I think he wore only one outfit, right? Anyway, let's move on. We go to the side here. You get the helicopter in the air. The Thing Ultimate MacReady Outpost 31. You get the snowy landscape in the background. They say NECA and Real Toys. Pretty much the same thing on the other side, except in the middle of Outpost 31 and NECA, you get the dog right there. So that's pretty cool. We get to the top. It does say The Thing, the NECA logo. We do have ages 17 and up, and a choking hazard warning right there. Bottom of the packaging here does have on the left side the credits for who worked on this product, which is always cool that NECA does. We do have Universal, NECA, and Real Toys. We do have the barcode there in case you need it. We get to the very back of the packaging here, and again, it might be a little bit hard to see, but this is just some images of the figure that's being photographed and all the different features it comes with. You get to this little read up here. You can pause and read that right there. Pretty much a synopsis of the whole movie. And then you open this flap here, just like a lot of the Ultimate figures. You get the figure in the box, as well as on the left side, you get an image of the character again. And then here's what pretty much everything that this figure comes with, which we're going to go over in a second. But here's a better look at that left flap there of the image of the figure. So let's go ahead and just get this figure out of the packaging. So just to let you guys know, that opening section for some reason took forever for me to try to get through. I don't know why. I'm just not on my game today. But this figure is awesome. A couple things I'm not a super big fan of, but I can't hate the spread that we have here. This thing is amazing. Let's go ahead and take a look at all the accessories, which comes with a lot, and then we'll take a closer look at the figure. So starting off trying to go over this quickly, we have two alternate heads right here, as you can see. We'll talk about the likeness in a second. This one has a more open, like he's talking face. This is a more angry, grit teeth face. They're both done in a very similar fashion, which they both look very similar, of course, with how they're sculpted. The facial hair is definitely the most similar, and of course the hoods on here. These aren't removable from my understanding. They're glued on here. I thought the hair, that would have been cool if the hair was removable, and these were also removable, but sadly nothing like that. But that's okay, I think. We have a little bit of some light blue shading going on the blue on the hoods here, so that is also really cool. And honestly, the details on the face, I'll say right now, even though I don't think that it entirely looks like Kurt Russell, I can definitely see it a little bit. And these do look really good. The eyes are actually very clean on both of these, and they look very realistic. Let's go ahead and keep going. We have the hat here, which actually has some actual fabric right here. It's like a ribbon, and you can just tie it around him like that. You can wear it. It's probably best if he wears it with the the hood on. Of course, you can tie it around like that, and it does have some paint and some nice sculpting. It's very cool. Some light brown onto the dark brown there, and you have this piece right there. Which there's actual holes right here. Be careful, like this. Could probably break the ribbon or break some of the plastic if you're not careful, but it's actually, the ribbon is tucked underneath. Sorry, I missed that a little. Tucked underneath, so you can't really see it entirely, so that's good. I have a lantern. This looks, oh boy, this looks a little warped on mine. Hopefully that's not entirely broken, but it has some translucent plastic, some silver, as well as, I want to say, like, I don't know what other kind of color that is in there, but this also hinges up. It's mostly sculpted and painted in a black. You have some silver in different areas, so that's pretty cool. Just a little concerning with one of these little pieces here. We actually have some goggles, which I believe these will work best on the hooded heads. So you just slip them on. I'm not going to do it entirely. You'll have to see it towards the end when I take some photos. I'm going to have to take a lot of photos with every little mix and match you do here. This is an entirely soft plastic piece though, but there is room for error where I wish this was fabric somehow, but there is room for error where this could break. This little black straps, so just be careful, but this is cool and it's a nice translucent plastic, and I'm glad that if this was any brittle, I think this would be some trouble. We have scotch, and we do have a glass. And you can actually, if you look close enough, trying to focus on here, you can actually see some of the wording on the label. That is really good. Of the design right there, it's a green translucent plastic with a little bit of some red paint towards the top there. We do have some translucent plastic. Two different types. We have the just normal clear, and then whatever the color is, that's brown or orange-ish for the alcohol. A little bit of some ice sculpted in there. That is very cool. We have some sunglasses too. Now these, I think, can go on all heads. I don't know entirely. Definitely the heads with the hoods, because you could just separate the hoods just a little bit here, and then you can slip them on, which again I'll have to show off towards the end of the review. It's going to take too long if I do it on camera. That's cool. Hopefully this works on other characters. I have some ideas for some toy photography with that. Before we move on to the hands, I'm going to show off the shotgun. This is cool. I don't think we've gotten this before. Usually we get unique weapons depending on the character. You know, this is a very nice shotgun with a little bit of some paint variation in the wherever there's wood, like the pump, the stock right here. I forget some of the actual wording of guns for a second. Yeah, the trigger's also nicely sculpted with a little bit of some silver paint on the gray here. And then that's what this side looks like. This is just nice. We do have a barrel sculpted, so that is very, very good. That's what the back looks like too. This whole thing is just nicely sculpted all around. So he comes packaged with these relaxed glove hands, which I'll show off later. These will come off because we have bare hands. This one here is meant for holding the the shotgun. You can do it in either hand, so that way the trigger finger's here. So a nice skin tone there. And then we have both of these hands, which are a lot smaller with the grips. You can hold maybe the alcohol, the lantern, some other small accessories too, and the glove on here. Looks pretty cool. You get the hand there as well. So just a really nice spread again of accessories. Just got to interject and say that this hand has a thumb and finger sculpted together. So you're not going to be holding anything that is going to have to require prying this hand open unless you cut it with an X-Acto knife or whatever. Just wanted to add that in there. So taking a look at the likeness again, I don't entirely see Kurt Russell. I don't want to sound too negative. I think it's a good overall sculpt. It just to me is not 100% there. But it's a little disappointing. But honestly, I mean, this is MacReady. Like, no doubt. If I look at this figure, I'm like, oh, this is Kurt Russell from The Thing. This head sculpt is really good overall, though. You get the eyes right there, which came through pretty nice. For some reason, the forehead's a little shiny. That might be some glue. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know. I want to say that's glue, but definitely something is going on there. You have some nice, actually sculpted facial hair with a little bit of variations of brown, a little bit light brown, darker brown, whatever. Some of the skin tone also has some nice paint variations. Some darker in the rosy cheeks, so just a little bit. It's a little bit more pale in the nose, a little bit rosy in the nose, just because it's cold out there. And this hair has paint variations, of light brown mixed into the dark brown sculpt, so that looks really good. We have the blue shirt underneath of the scarf. Not entirely sure what that was supposed to be, but we do have this nice, it's a little bit glossy brown leather jacket. Nice bomber jacket. This looks great. Brown, light brown, very subtle light brown mixed into the dark brown. For some reason on camera, this looks darker than this, but in person it doesn't look like that bad. It matches pretty well. That's what the back looks like, with lots of nice wrinkles and some lines going through to make it look like leather. The collar's nicely popped up with a little bit of some fabric details sculpted in there, with a little bit of some zippers with some silver there, as well as in the buttons. So that's cool. You get the arms right there, which also have some similar details. That's what the shoulder parts up there look like too. A little bit of paint variation actually in the joints right there. Now we move to the glove right there, which nice brown fabric looking details. These are the more relaxed hands that he comes packaged with, and they look rather nice. And now we move on to the pants, which if you tilt this up a little bit, you can see an exposed stomach. I guess that's what it looks like underneath. And then the green pants here look pretty good. I guess that's a lighter sculpted into his pocket. I could be wrong. It looks like it. Would have been nice if that was an accessory. But I like the silver going on the you know, pretty much throughout when it comes to the zippers and whatnot, down to the legs too. And there's lots of nice paint. Looks like a little bit of brown got onto the front here. I just noticed that, so that's a little worrisome. I mean, it could be a stain. It doesn't. It's not. If it was like purple or something, that would be more worrisome and more annoying. But it kind of looks like a stain, so I'm not too mad about it. They did paint the joints a little bit. It's the back side with some nice wrinkles, and it actually looks like stitching on the butt. You see there? That detail looks like it's stitched, so I really dig that a lot. With NECA figures, they're not that much expensive compared to like Black Series or Marvel Legends, and you're getting way more detail out of them. And this thing also comes with way more accessories. That's crazy. Let me get down to the boots here. These things are awesome. Lots of nice variations of brown going on in there. When I say lots, it's just, you know, a lot is a lot of variation, as in, you know, it's good. That's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't look like one color. It looks like multiple different shades of brown, and it looks really good. And you got the front laces there. If I could properly speak today, like I said earlier, it took me forever to do the beginning of this review. I don't know what's wrong with me. I am a little sleep deprived, so maybe that's it. After this review, I'm definitely taking a nap. We get down to the bottom of the feet here. A little bit of treading the front of the feet. Not an amazing amount, but I'm not going to knock it for it. Get the peg holes in the bottom of the feet there. This thing, jeez, man, this is awesome. My only complaint, again, you can see a little bit of my room right there, is that it just doesn't entirely look like Kurt Russell, but the rest of this figure is just super solid. I'm doing a quick 360 just so you can get the whole look. And, you know, if you're getting this figure for the accessories, like if you're a customizer, this thing would be great fodder, especially with the bomber jacket, maybe even the pants. You can use it as a background accessory or a background character, so that's awesome. Articulation is not the greatest with NECA figures, though. That's where a lot of different companies like, you know, Hasbro have them a little bit beat with Marvel Legends and Star Wars Black Series. That's how far the head, this head goes. Not really back at all. The hair does kind of get in the way of your articulation, so I want to see really quick if I get another head, which might be a little hard to pop on. I think it's a little bit halved on there. Oh, this is supposed to be the hoodie. I don't know what I was talking about earlier. I thought it was a scarf. I'm dumb. But you get to the top there, and you can kind of see the exposed skin, which kind of breaks up the immersion of the what's going on here. But this actually doesn't want to go as far down as the other head. But both heads get nice side to side, and tilt, of course. We do have arms that go all the way around. They do go in and out like so. And then we have a single joint elbow. It actually bends a little bit over 90, so that's good. Swivel here at the elbow. This part will swivel because it's a separate piece of its own, but we do have a swivel at the wrist as well as an in and out hinge at the wrist. We have a soft plastic overlay covering the torso, which forward and back is a little hindered. Side to side is okay. This leg just popped out, but it's not broken. I can pop that right back in a second. This thing might give me some trouble. And this is also a soft plastic piece too, which we'll talk about in a second. You have actual separate waist swivel going up into the body, but then a separate one right here. So two different types of waist and ab swivel. Pretty much ab, waist, of course. Legs go forward that much. Back, sort of. You get a pretty good amount of motion because of this soft plastic overlay for the crotch. In and out like this. Upper thigh, which is a little tight on mine. But if the built-in upper thigh can be faked because there's some space where the hip joint meets the socket. So, yeah. You do have a single joint knee, not the greatest range of motion there, but we do get a swivel there. And then we do have boot swivel, awesome. And then we do have up, down, I wasn't sure for a second. A little bit of a ankle rocker, actually a pretty good ankle rocker. And yeah, that's pretty much it for articulation. Not amazing, good enough though. And when you take the glove off, this is what it looks like underneath. It actually does have a cool cuff sculpted underneath there, so that's pretty cool. So for some size comparisons, I have on the right the NECA Hero Ash, that's from a couple years ago. And then we have the McFarlane Toys Witcher 3 Geralt, the Walmart exclusive version. I think the Kurt Russell figure in the middle is going to be a little bit taller than some, standard NECA figures actually. I think Ash might be a tiny bit shorter than standard NECA figures, but they're all going to fit in about the same scale with each other. You can fudge it just a little bit. And then with some 6-inch stuff, he's definitely going to be taller on the left. That is the Retro Collection Marvel Legends Spider-Man. On the right, that is more Star Wars Black Series Cad Bane. So this figure overall, it is really awesome. Just be careful with some of the accessories. Some of them they seem a little fragile. Also, some of the hands are multi-purpose if you want to use them for different uses. Of course, the hands that hold the guns can also be used for holding the bottle of alcohol and whatnot. It just comes with a lot of stuff. Articulation could be a little bit better, but that's with a lot of NECA figures. Pretty much 99% of the, or basically 95% of the details and sculpting is fantastic. It's just the face sculpt. I don't think either of them look like Kurt Russell. It's pretty close, just not 100%. However, if you are a big fan of horror, if you like The Thing, if you've been wanting The Thing figures for years, like I have, you have to pick this up. It's a must-have. It's also pretty good if you just want the accessories and you just want a background character. This will work for that too. It is a fantastic figure, and I'm really hoping we get some more from this line. We want Childs, I want some monsters and aliens. Let's go. Can't wait. It's about 35 bucks, give or take some tax. I don't exactly remember how much my total was, but it's going to be a bit expensive. It's a little bit more expensive, of course, than Marvel Legends and whatnot. It's worth it, though. NECA figures are a little bit more expensive usually, and they're usually worth the price. And right now, first to market at Target, like I said, it will eventually be available at other retailers. Thank you guys very much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment down below what you think about the figure, what you think about the review. Leave a like, share amongst your friends. Follow me on Instagram for more content over there, and I will see you guys later.